All right. Yeah. So back after technical difficulties. Um, all right. So yeah, I guess I'm leaning more towards Kane than anybody else, just because he's big, he's intimidating. This, as the demon, and he's got some history with the Wyatts. So
And
I'm
they
gonna
don't care
go.
about and they don't care about flip flopping heel face, whatever. So whatever. This probably makes the easiest amount of sense for Triple H. Just go Kane, go ahead and go out there.
Yeah, they seem to use him for anything and everything. So um, I don't know. As thrilled as I would be to see a Daniel Bryan return,
It'll
I
be
just
Big Show.
it'll be Big Show. What's he doing? He's not on this card, is he? Can't be. God.
No.
Ah. Um. It'll be Miz.
Oh, your
That's who.
favorite.
It'll be Miz. Oh. It'll be. I don't know. God. I guess I'm leaning towards Kane. I mean, I'm not like super pumped about it, but I just don't see it being anybody else that would make sense, I guess. I don't know if I got cut off or not about the Randy Orton stuff, but did you hear me talk about Randy Orton at all?
Yeah, we talked about
Yeah.
him.
Yeah, I don't know. But I guess it all depends on who their partner is. I can't really pick it to get a win on a
Yeah,
pay-per-view.
I mean it's kind of tough because they've made Braun Strowman look like this unstoppable fucking monster, and it's very Brock Lesnar like, where you kind of you can't really suspend disbelief and think, who the hell is going to beat this guy up? He's just so big.
Yeah.
And he's made Randy Orton pass out. He's made, Roman Reigns go limp. He made Ambrose go limp. He's just destroyed everybody.
He made me go limp, but that's for
so
different reasons.
Limp.
Yeah, so that's what I'm saying. It's got to be somebody that's like that can really hang with him, I guess, or somebody that can kind of.
That out of the Wyatts, the most beatable one is Bray Wyatt?
It is odd. I don't know, man. Harper's taken some losses, so I got it. You know who I hope it's not? I hope it's not Rowan. I hope that would be super lame.
Yeah.
All I want to see is Rowan back with the Wyatts, because you want to talk about flip flops, like that would be a huge flip flop.
Yeah,
if
yeah, he doesn't have the personality to go with Ambrose and Rollins. It just doesn't.
Like, I get what they would think. They'd be like, "Oh, this would be a big thing because he used to be with the Wyatts." It's like, no, before he got hurt, he was with the Wyatts, and there was no reason.
Yeah, well, he was with.
They didn't end on bad terms.
Yeah.
So
I don't know. This is just kind of a weird match, and the whole hype on the match is pretty much not the fact that it's another match between these two families. It's the fact that we don't know who the third guy is. That's the whole hype for this match.
Yeah. And like you said earlier, like people are talking Baron Corbin. Obviously, like he's not ready. And it would be cool if it was somebody that was kind of unknown. But I feel like anytime you are going to do something like this, like a mysterious partner, like it's got to be somebody that can kind of fit the mold of a Bray Wyatt feud. Like it can't just be like someone that's like super athletic to come in. Like it's not going to be like can be like Neville, it's not going to be like somebody who's like a really good athlete, because that just doesn't fit at all. Like it doesn't work.
Hey, it's Curtis Axel. Woo!
Yeah.
I mean, like, oh man,
it's got to be somebody that kind of has some twinge of a dark side, something to do with like, or just a pure badass. It's got to be an intimidating person. It has to be.
You're right. Damien Sandow.
Damien Sandow is where it's at. That would be ridiculous. But I don't know. I did think about Rock, like, and you mentioned it earlier, but I did think about that the other day. It's The Rock. It would get a huge pop, and he's got the tie-in with Reigns and stuff. But like, it would be a shoe-in for a victory for them.
It's Kevin Nash. It's gonna be Kevin Nash.
It's gonna be Kevin Nash as
Diesel.
Diesel.
Diesel. Big Daddy Cool Diesel.
It's going to be Colt Cabana.
Ugh.
Your buddy.
I haven't heard a thing from him. I sent him that hand-typed letter with a personal signature on it, and I apologized, and I haven't heard a goddamn thing from him.
Wow, what a jerk.
Oh.
He's too busy interviewing Jeff Jarrett.
Yeah, he's really sucking the GF tit there, isn't he?
Yeah, he really is. He wants a job bad.
Oh.
Yeah. No. I was thinking about that the other day. I might be blocked by Colt. I don't know. I haven't checked. I just haven't seen anything on Twitter from him, so I think you might have gotten me blocked in some weird way. I don't know why. But anyway.
Association.
Yeah. Anyway, back to the match. I don't know. Again, I don't know. It could go either way. But I'd love whoever it is. I'd like to see the Wyatts win. I'd like to see this continue into Survivor Series. You know, with hopefully, I don't know what Rowan's future is, like when he can come back. But I mean, their team would already be made if Rowan came back and joined them. So,
aren't we thinking a little too far? Isn't Survivor Series like 2 pay-per-views away? Isn't like Hell in a Cell next or something?
Probably. I don't know. It's in November, so yeah, you're probably right. There's one. There's going to be one in October. Is it Hell in a Cell?
I think so.
Yeah. Okay. So anyway, I don't know. I couldn't tell you. I want Wyatt to win, but I don't know what they're going to do here.
And this is we're just like well, yeah, we want the Wyatts to win. It's because there's no fucking payoff. They didn't tell us what's going to happen if either team wins. There's no end goal.
Well, there hasn't been a payoff this whole feud, starting with Reigns and Wyatt to begin with. I mean, it started out, a real personal matter, with Wyatt kind of going after Reigns, costing him Money in the Bank and all this stuff, but they're just fighting for no reason. They fight, and they beat the shit out of each other. One person wins, usually Reigns. And then the next night on Raw, like, Wyatt's just after him again. And it doesn't, the introduction of Strowman was cool, but I don't know. It's just, I'm not like gaga for it or anything.
No. I think it's all just a prop for Roman Reigns. They're just trying to get him. I mean, because he's been doing pretty good on the microphone. He's had some, some decent promos and backstage stuff. It still relies on him bouncing everything off Ambrose, but it is what it is for right now. I think he's just getting his feet under him, and one day he might become the guy that Triple H wants to pin the belt on, and be the face that runs the place. But
yeah. So other than going Wyatt. So moving along. What do you got?
Let's go with the first of Seth Rollins' matches. I think it's going to be against Sting. I think they're going to do that match first.
Oh, what a terrible decision that would be. It can't be. They can't do that.
I think they are, because they want him fresh to defend the world title or the WWE title, and they don't care if he's fresh for the John Cena match.
See, I think that could go the other way around, though, because I mean, I don't think the heavyweight title match is going to go very long, because Sting just can't go that. I mean, as shitty as it sounds, it's like you put that at the end of the card. Rollins doesn't have to do too much. He can have like a 30-minute battle with Cena earlier in the card, rest, and then go out there and kind of a much slower pace match with Sting. Which, dude, I like this feud with Sting and Rollins. Like, that's the match we're on, right? That's what we're talking about right now. We're just gonna say that.
Yeah.
Okay, we'll go with that one. I like this feud. I don't mind it at all. I'm a big fan of Sting. It's just, they just missed the boat so much with him that they're really paying the price right now. I wouldn't be terribly upset to see Sting get the belt and just hold it for not very long, obviously. The guy's like 56 years old, but It's
He'll
just
hold it for 5 minutes till Sheamus cashes in.
right, and a one brogue kick later.
Yeah.
But I can't say that I don't like this this feud. I think it's an okay feud. I think they've built it up fine. I loved the introduction of Sting, like with the instead of the statue there. It was Sting. I loved that. I like Sting doing backstage antics, like throwing the statue in the trash and playing like Joker.
I like goofy Sting.
I do too. I love it. I think it's great.
Yeah, it's way better than brooding I never talk Sting.
Definitely 100 times better. So that being said, I can see them like just putting the belt on him for a little bit. You know, he's a guy that if he doesn't get this, like he's a guy that will go down in history as never to hold that belt, you know, as one of the biggest superstars to never hold that belt, which actually doesn't the greats in the industry, like Flair's held it, you know, he's held it in both, you know, I'm just thinking like guys that have been in both, like Nash has held both, you know, all these guys, like
yeah,
Sting is like the one hold to even ever come over, and then he does, and it's like you kind of want to see him with the belt. At least I do personally. I know there's tons of people that disagree with me, but I wouldn't hate it if he won this match somehow. It'd be a nice redemption story for getting shafted at WrestleMania a couple years ago against Triple H.
I think there's something going against Sting here, though. If I saw it on Cage Side Seats today, if Sting wins the championship, he will replace Vince McMahon as the oldest person to hold the title.
Oh, well, then scratch that.
Yeah, he will bump Vince out of the record book.
Terrible.
So negative Ghost Rider, he can't win it.
Yeah, Ghost Rider. I don't know, man.
I can see Rollins winning that match and then having a war with Cena, you know, and being winded, and you know, we'll talk about it later, but you know, we might as well talk about it now. Fuck it, because they're going to be two matches.
No, don't talk about that because that's going to be a great match. If that's the main event, let's talk about it last.
Okay.
If you really think they're going to do that, though, I think
they're going to do I think they're going to do the WWE Heavyweight Championship match before the U.S. title match.
Oh, I think that's bonkers, though. That should never happen. And you know,
I agree with you.
If it's going to happen, then you should never book that match. If you are legitimately saying that Sting cannot go that long and actually put on a good match, then guess what? Then he shouldn't be fighting for the title. I don't know what to say. Like you shouldn't put him in that spot. The heavyweight title should main event every pay-per-view, every single one. I mean,
right until when Sasha Banks is going for the Divas title.
What's that?
I said it should headline every pay-per-view right up until the night Sasha Banks wins the Divas title. That should be the main event.
True. Especially if it's against somebody other than Nikki Bella.
Right.
Because Nikki Bella can't go, you know.
No. Did you see the backstage thing they did for the Bellabration? No. Like Nikki's back there like all by herself, and Team PCB comes out like with hats and stuff, and they're like, "Are we late? Are we? No, I think we're early. There's nobody here." And then, like Charlotte cuts a promo on her, and they tell her not to eat too much cake.
Oh, that's funny. Oh man. So I'm gonna predict Sting wins this somehow, some way, some weirdness. I think they give him a quick run. That's just what I'm predicting. That's what I'd like to see. And hate, you know, you can hate me for it all you want, but I think that's. I don't hate you for it. I just disagree with it. I think Rollins is going to win. Yeah. He's all right, too young, he's too athletic. Sting would just have to be the craftiest of crafty to beat a guy like Seth Rollins. Oh yeah, and I don't think that it's going to be like. I don't think he beats him clean. I think some shady bullshit happens. Like maybe Sheamus comes down and wants to cash in, but then has second thoughts and Sting catches him in something. I don't know. Something happens Yeah, I think it's
Yeah,
very
because
unbelievable.
on SmackDown they had the tag match, and you know, Sheamus gave him, you know, the runaround, kind of was like, oh, I want to be your friend. He says, but you know, while we're out here, I'm going to watch everything you do and learn what your moves are and do this and that. And at any time, I could cash this thing in. You know, you could be after 2 matches dead in the middle of the ring, and I'll cash in and I'll be champion.
Yeah.
So
Yeah.
I think Sheamus is going to have some kind of spot in this show.
Yeah, because he's not even on it. Besides, besides his involvement with holding the contract. So, yeah, and I think definitely in this match, obviously it's the heavyweight match, so he should be involved in it somehow. So maybe that's it. Maybe that's Sting's out. Sheamus interferes some weird way and it takes it. Because, logically, that would work for Sheamus, because I'm sure he's thinking, Sting's a easier opponent than Rollins, so why not
beat up the old guy?
Yeah, let Sting win it and then cash in on him.
Yeah, because how winded will Sting be after a match?
Yeah, Sting will be dead by then. So,
yeah.
But all right, man. Well, you mentioned. Do you want to go Divas next? Because you mentioned the Divas. You want to get on that?
Yeah, let's get this cool down match in.
Yeah, cool match. Cool down. Man, I don't care about this match. I think Charlotte wins. I think Charlotte wins. I can't imagine.
I'm hoping they give them at least a little bit of time, 13 to 16, 17 minutes, somewhere in that range, right around the 15-minute mark. I think you almost have to, with the popularity of NXT and where, Charlotte came from. And Nikki Bella has gotten better in the last year in the ring. And I'm sure they've been working on it, for the last 2 weeks for this match. Their match the other night really wasn't too bad until the interference and all that crap. But I think you just got to let them work. Let them sink or swim. Tell them you'll give them the 15 minutes. Let them work. And if it's not, let the ref call it. Hey, wrap this shit up.
Yeah, no, for sure. I think the problem with this is, as unfair as it is to say, is Nikki Bella. I mean, I agree with you. She's gotten significantly better in the last year, but did she really deserve to be? Does she deserve to be the longest reigning Divas champ? I mean, come on, that's laughable, especially when you have so many other divas who are just better. Like, they're just better in the ring.
Yeah, when you've got like serious homegrown talent, and Nikki and Brie, they kind of represent it's kind of weird to say, but they represent the old guard of the Divas division. There's a whole new breed of divas coming up that are more athletic, more fiery, way better in the ring, and they cut decent promos and have a story. Nikki's whole thing is just that she's a Bella. It's like being a freaking Kardashian. Like, what the hell do they really do?
Right. No, I agree 100%. And it gets boring really fast. And you can't really get behind it. I'm like, why is she the longest? Why is she going down in history as the longest reigning Divas champ? It just doesn't make sense when there's been so many greats before her, and there's going to be so many greats after her. Like you said, the new crop of divas here they're leaps and bounds better than what she is. You have girls in NXT right now.
Yeah.
That are way better than her. I mean, Bayley's better than her. I think Carmella's a better worker than her.
Alexa Bliss.
I think is better. Like,
freaking Blue Pants.
Yeah, right. Yeah, dude. And I hate to say it because I know we've been super critical about her, but Dana Brooke is really coming along. Like, she's improved.
She has come along. Yeah.
And,
and then you got like Emma. I think Emma is like the missed spot here.
Oh, totally.
So bad. She's gorgeous. She's got that accent. She can wrestle her ass off, but she's part of this new crop of girls that needs to be out there. And the thing is that's sad is you know, they talk about the Divas Revolution and, you know, there's kind of like these new girls and these older girls. The Divas division will never be fixed as long as Total Divas is on TV.
Yep.
I don't know why nobody's brought it up, but that show is killing the female wrestling in the WWE.
Yeah, that show sucks. I mean, it's two different stories altogether, and
yes, but because of the popularity of it, because of the Bellas of the Star and Eva Marie's a star, they're getting all the shine, you know. And when you got somebody like Natty that's on the show, and why isn't she even in anything? But Paige is part of that stupid fucking show. Naomi, you know, it's just dumb, and it's ruining it. That stupid scripted reality show is ruining the Divas division, all because of popularity.
Yeah, it's not enjoyable. I hate when other like outside things influence the main question their devotion, and I'm saying they as like WWE, like the writers and whatever. Like, where is their main focus with the Divas? Is it reality TV or is it the product in the ring? Because it seems like it's reality TV nowadays. It's I think this uprising of the NXT gals is really cool, but it's gonna hit this wall where they say,
it's gonna hit the Total Divas wall.
Well, that's what I'm saying. It's going to hit this thing where they go, well, I mean, yeah, you're great in the ring, but can we put you on a reality show? And are you gonna make ratings?
According to Cage Side Seats today, the WWE has signed Amanda from Tough Enough, the girl who finished second, and they've already scheduled her to replace Naomi on Total Divas.
But why? Like, why though?
Because she's pretty, and
it's too different. It's just two different markets. Like, they have to figure out what they want to do. Do they want to do reality TV with these ladies, or do they want to do women's wrestling with these ladies? Because there's two different groups, and both are really good at their certain things. The Bellas are fine on Total Divas, but they're shit in the ring. Not shit, but they're not good. They can't. Nikki Bella will never have a match like Sasha Banks and Bayley had on TakeOver.
Right.
They just can't.
Or like Sasha Banks and Becky, or Natty and Charlotte. You know, that she just won't have that type of match. It won't be that good.
Right. And so to make her, and I know I'm sounding so bitter, but to make her your longest reigning Divas champ is just insulting, because she's terrible. Compared to the other ladies.
Right. If you want to keep that reality show going, change the name of it. It's not Total Divas. Make it WWE Wags or something. Wives and Girlfriends. You know.
Right, dude. And I am always super interested in seeing like backstage stuff. You know, like documentary style stuff. Like, if that's something that they would want to do, like, sure, put Bayley and Becky Lynch and Charlotte. Just put a camera around and follow them. Like, but don't script it. Don't make them go out clubbing and getting into shit and arguing with each other and bickering. Like, don't do that, because that stuff doesn't happen. Like, it's very clearly scripted. And just, I'm more interested in the backstage like stuff with the business, you know, like the way that they're traveling, like stuff like that. Like,
have you read Daniel Bryan's book yet?
I have not.
Well, he pretty much says, like, they got married when they did because it had to be on the season finale of Total Divas, and whoever it is, or whatever channel it's on, they paid for the wedding pretty much because they wanted it when it was.
Jesus. Ugh.
Yeah, so that's why it happened like that. Like, they were planning on doing something completely different, and E was like, no, you need to have it, you know, this time for the season finale and blah, blah, blah. And like, same thing with like when he proposed, like he had a completely different idea, and he had the ring like forever, and he pretty much had to like tell them, they're like, okay, well, it's, you know, he's getting towards the end of the season, we need to do this, so you guys are gonna go on this hike, and he had to like whip it out on the hike. Well, I mean, you know,
man,
it's completely scripted and crap.
That's really disappointing, man. I don't know. I don't like it. But when it affects the in-ring product or just the main storyline product, like, it pisses me off because that's what I like. I'm never gonna watch Total Divas. I don't give two shits about that show. I'm gonna watch.
My biggest gripe about it is that it's affecting NXT now with Eva Marie. I mean, they're going to push this fucking horrible, horrible, horrible wrestler who doesn't really give two fucks about wrestling or entertaining a crowd or, making them feel anything. And they're going to push her because she's got a hot body and bright red hair.
Yeah.
She's never going to be as loved as Bayley or as well respected as Becky Lynch or just admired like Sasha Banks for being the boss that she is in the ring, because she doesn't have that kind of character. She doesn't have that kind of personality. She just wants to be in there to model and make money, really. So it's bullshit that it's affecting the previously untouched product of NXT, which didn't have Vince's fingerprints all over it, but now it's getting so that it does.
Yeah, man. So anyway, all that being said, in typical fashion, we go crazy overboard with the ladies here. With all that being said, I think Charlotte takes the belt off of Nikki, and it's a big to-do. It's a big celebration. I'm thinking she gets raised up, on the shoulders. I think it's a big thing.
Yeah, Ric Flair's going to come out again.
Right. He's going to drop some elbows on his sports coat and call it a night. So I'm going to go Charlotte wins this. Nikki's reign is snapped. She can – I don't know what the hell she can do. She can go back to Total Divas or do whatever she wants, but she shouldn't be the champ probably for a long time.
I'm going to say Charlotte wins, and immediately Paige turns on her.
Yeah, no, I was thinking that too. Like, Paige that's kind of been brewing heel. So that would be great. I like that idea. And it would split up all the craziness of these teams too. So that's gone on way too long. So I'm definitely down with that. That'd be good to see. So, all right, I'm done talking about the women.
Yeah. Let's move on to probably, he's my favorite guy.
KO
and
Ryback.
Fighting for the Intercontinental Championship against Flyback.
I love the sound of that. I love the sound of Kevin Owens with the Intercontinental Championship. I think that would be fantastic. I want to see that very badly. As much as I like Ryback as a champ, they haven't booked him well at all as the IC champ.
Nope.
And, there's got to be a reason for it. I mean, I know he got hurt and all that stuff, but, you got to be a little bit more versatile than that. And I know he got a raw deal with immediately getting booked with Miz and Big Show, but
God, that's a killer.
It is. It really is. And I feel bad for the guy because that's a shitty reign, but I think he's going to lose to KO. If not tonight, or not tonight, but if not at Night of Champions, then very, very soon. I think that WWE has a plan for KO as a title holder in some regard, whether it be IC or
a good heel, and he talks so good.
He does.
He's just so good on the microphone, and that's where Ryback really struggles. He's so monotone. It looks like he's like looking inside his head at a script. He just stares off at like one spot, not at the person, not at the camera, just kind of like remembering.
Looks like he's reading cue cards.
Yeah, he does. He's like remembering his lines, and his voice never changes pitch or tone until he gets to the big guy. Or it's horrible. Horrible.
So, I'm gonna go with KO in this one. I think it's a decent match. I think it'll be okay.
I just hope KO doesn't get hurt with Captain Stiff.
Yeah, but at the same time though, I think if he is stiff with him, I think KO's a big enough guy and knows what he's doing enough to kind of give it right back to him. I think it'll be a hard hitting match. Like
Yeah.
I don't think he's gonna soften up that cannonball. If Ryback's rough with him, so I think it'll be all right.
Ryback and Kevin Owens are about the same height. Ryback is huge, but he doesn't look that much bigger than Kevin Owens. But like when Kevin Owens had his match with Randy Orton, I was like, good God, Randy Orton's huge.
Randy Orton's a big dude. Yeah. He's tall. He's taller than people think. I'd like to see. And the thing is, Kevin Owens has been booked pretty well since coming up. I mean, obviously the feud with Cena was great, and then he had some quick stuff with Cesaro. So he's always in the ring with a guy that can really go, that can really kind of match him.
Yeah, this is going to be kind of his first time having to really carry a match, I think.
Yeah, exactly. That's what I was getting at. He's gonna really have to carry Ryback. Not to say that Ryback's bad. It's just a different style.
Right.
Ryback's gonna do what Ryback does. He's a lot of power.
Right. And in this situation, Kevin Owens is new to the WWE, but he's got way more experience in the ring, way more matches under his belt. He's gonna have to call this match, and Ryback's gonna have to follow. And it's gonna be, I hope it's not going to be a long match. I don't think it's going to be 10 minutes tops. Mostly because, as big as Ryback is, he just doesn't have that. He can't go for that long because he's so muscular. He'll just die.
Yeah, he just doesn't have that long, Muscle takes a lot of oxygen away. So.
Yeah. But yeah, I hope in my heart of hearts that Kevin Owens wins and we get to see him cut promos week after week after week.
Yeah, totally. But my fear also is that, with the way that they treat the IC belt is that you just won't see him on TV for weeks because it seems to be a curse to be the IC champion nowadays. I think he is the kind of guy and the caliber of wrestler that can really raise it up again.
Oh, absolutely. And and I hope he wins on Sunday. Ryback has his rematch on Monday, beats him again. Ryback's out of the picture. Bring on somebody else.
Yeah, and I don't dislike Ryback by any means. I think that he's okay. It's just, and I was excited to see him have the belt, but he's just been booked like shit, and he got hurt, and then he can't really do much with it.
Yeah.
And who knows? Maybe this feud lasts more than just this pay-per-view. Maybe it goes to the next one there, whatever it is, Hell in a Cell or whatever. Maybe it does. I wouldn't hate that. Especially if they have.
I wonder if it has anything to do with guys in the back. They're okay, well, you're going to start a program with Ryback. Or they're kind of I don't know if that's the best for me.
Yeah, maybe.
Whereas if KO's gets the belt, people are going to be like, yeah, I want to work with him. I mean, definitely I want to work with Kevin Owens. So you might see more people. You got plenty of guys that can go after the IC belt. You got Cesaro, you've got Neville, you've got Barrett when he comes back. I think Stardust should be going after it again. There's plenty of guys that he can work with. Plenty of guys.
Yeah, that's why I was so surprised that Ryback got such a shit hand when he got the belt. They just put him with Miz, who's a multiple-time IC champ, but hasn't been relevant in quite some time. And then in Big Show, it's like, well, what's Ryback going to do with that? Come on,
Right.
At least throw the guy a fucking bone.
Yeah, throw in Rusev, or
yeah, Rusev Ryback. That would have been great. That would have been fine. Yeah. I would have been happy with that.
But couldn't, because Rusev was tied up with this fucking Lana Ziggler thing. I'll be so glad when that's over.
Me too.
So Kevin Owens wins, and we see him every week for the rest of my life. Thank God.
That would be perfect. I love it. I'm in the same boat, man. All right, is this main event time, or are we missing one? Yeah, it was main event time, right?
Yeah.
We got them all. All right, main event time. So you say. Seth Rollins versus John Cena in a I don't know, a U.S. championship match for the main event. Sure.
Yeah, it's for the U.S. title.
Weird.
It's it's sacrilegious that the U.S. title is getting the final spot. But I think, like I said before, they're going to want Seth fresh to fight for the heavyweight title, and this is the secondary title. So
Yeah. That being said, though, I think again, like these guys can definitely go their last match.
oh, their SummerSlam match was great.
Yeah, depends how winded Seth is. I think he'll be fine. I mean, he does CrossFit. Come on, he'll be all right.
I want him to wear the white outfit again.
I think that was a one-time thing, man.
That's too bad.
That was pretty awesome, though.
Maybe come out in like a yellow outfit, chicken shit.
Well, he's not a goddamn Power Ranger. I mean, come on.
Have you seen that pleather shirt that he wears? It's pretty Power Ranger-ish.
Yeah, it is. I think I think it's probably match of the night. I think it's going to be awesome, and I think. You think Cena wins?
I definitely think Cena wins.
Yeah, probably.
Unless Cena's got a vacation planned, I don't see any way for him not to be holding that title.
Permanent vacation plan.
Don't talk
yeah,
for
I
James.
Can buy that. I can buy that. I see him winning. Yeah, I mean, especially depending on how the first match goes. Like if Seth hangs on to the world heavyweight belt, then yeah, I can see him dropping the U.S. title. I don't see him losing both belts in one night, I guess is what I'm trying to say. I think it all depends
I couldn't see him lose both belts. Actually, I can see him lose both belts, but not in those matches. I say if he loses to John Cena, Sheamus cashes in because Seth will just be a pile of goo after fighting 2 matches, and it'll be the easiest pickings ever for a Money in the Bank match.
Yeah.
I mean, if they don't have Sheamus cash in after Seth Rollins fights 2 matches, then when the hell are you going to have him cash that thing in? WrestleMania? Please to God, no.
Yeah, don't do that. I think that's like a very rare occasion, and I think that they did that perfectly at WrestleMania. So that shouldn't be.
There won't be a better chance for Sheamus to cash in than at Night of Champions.
Yeah, and logically that makes sense. Like in real life, it'd be easy pickings. So
yeah, low hanging fruit, grab it.
Yeah, so we're gonna see Sheamus at some point. And who knows? Yeah, who knows? It could be during a Sting match, or it could be after Cena wins, or whatever. He could come down and take Rollins's.
If it happens, it'll be at the end of the night. Whichever match is the last one, that's when Sheamus will come out. The show will end with Sheamus holding the world title.
You think so?
I do.
Okay.
It's going to be horrible. It's going to be the worst Monday Night Raw ever.
Everybody likes it. So, I don't know, man. Cena wins. He leaves. Sheamus cashes in. I don't know. I think that there's got to be more involvement with Triple H, though, as well. Like, if Seth loses, especially if Seth loses both for some strange reason, Triple H is going to be pissed. And that could start a feud with Triple H and Rollins, which I don't think Rollins would need either belt to have that feud with Triple H.
Yeah, because that feud's
the belt would be kind of a secondary thing. If like those two could feud and it would be fine.
Because you don't want to see the belt on Triple H again. It's not his time or place. So I think if that match ever comes along, Seth is going to be without a title. It'll be because he lost the title for the Authority and they're no longer in control of it. And that match is purely going to be based on pride and glory. Who's the better man, who's got the better legacy going in, and it's going to be Triple H because he owns the company.
Yeah. And I know I keep talking about Survivor Series, but again, that would kind of set up something for Survivor Series. Maybe
maybe a face turn for Seth that you've been pining for.
Yeah, maybe he joins back with the Shield guys just for Survivor Series. to help fight off, the
There's
Wyatts.
nothing better than a faction getting back together.
There's really not. It's a huge pop. The crowd, the crowd goes nuts. Fans just absolutely love it. I mean, anytime like DX comes back, DX reformed like 9 fucking times, and every time it was glorious. It was amazing.
Yeah.
So,
just think of the pop that like they got during that, fatal 4-way match when they teamed up on Randy Orton or whatever the hell match that was. They teamed up on Randy Orton and like powerbombed for or was it Kane? And they were like doing the power bomb and stuff, and everybody went huge pop for that. They were like, yeah, and then they turned on Seth.
Right. Yeah, but like that's what people want to see. I mean, the Shield was just such a cool faction. Yeah. It'd be cool to see, maybe not them stick around like reform, but at least for like a Survivor Series or something would be really fun.
Right.
And you know how I feel about Seth's face turn, so that's got to be in the wings here somewhere. Especially if he.
Think how happy people were when Luke Harper came back to Bray Wyatt. I was super excited. I was like, thank God.
Yeah, because that faction just got split up for no reason, and there was really no explanation for it. There was like a shitty, real brief promo that Bray cut that was very and just whatever, like set people free. Okay, sure. Where's Rowan and Harper? Like, what the hell's happening? Yeah.
And then they were on different sides of the authority battle, and
yeah, it was just lame. So anyway, I know we're getting way too ahead of ourselves here with farther down the line, but getting back to the match, yeah, I agree. Cena will probably win in typical Cena fashion, and he'll be like, I don't know how many times he's been U.S. champion, but
8 times, 9 times, something like that.
Yeah, numerous times. So he'll add that to his repertoire, and we'll see.
I'm sure there's a tractor trailer truck full of the Champ is Here t-shirts already printed.
Yeah, with like the belt printed at the bottom. Yeah.
Yeah.
Sure. Yeah. Oh yeah. They got kids in Indonesia already making them. So.
Yep. Merch.
All right, man. So overall, what do you think of Night of Champions? What do you think this is going to be? Like a 1 to 10, what do you think is going to happen here?
I like the tag match. I like the Stardust feud. I like a lot of these. The only real stinkers I think is the Ziggler Rusev, but they can both work. And I think it'll be a good card. I think it's going to be an 8.
An 8? Wow.
An 8. I usually go 7s, 6s and 7s, but I think this has the potential to be an 8. I think you're going to see a couple of title changes, actually quite a few title changes. So I think that's going to be pretty big.
I'm not going to give it that high. I'm going to go a solid 7. I was going to go 7.5. I'm going to go 7. 7 solid. I think the Ziggler Rusev is just isn't going to be that double turn, like I said, like I want to happen. I don't think they're going to go that route. I think that's going to suck. Like you said, it's going to be a stinker. It's going to just suck up time. Kevin Owens is going to have a match. I don't think it's going to be a great match because it's going to be with Ryback. So that brings it down for me, especially because he's had like, 9 matches, like 9 rating, like 9.5 kind of style matches recently with Cesaro and Cena. Sting
I'm
being
not sure
56 years old.
Yeah, I'm not sure how Sting and Seth Rollins are going to be in the ring. I don't see Seth Rollins giving him, Hurricane Ranas and shots off the top rope and crap like that. Sting's going to take very few bumps in that match. But I think the match with Cena could be like the SummerSlam match and be super awesome. I think the Dudley Boys and the New Day are going to put on a great show. You're going to see tables, you're going to see flying.
Yeah.
You're going to see some big dudes, Big E and Bubba Ray are going to pound on each other. It's just going to be good.
Yeah. Do you think we're going to see something like fucked up, like where we like at SummerSlam, like Lesnar Undertaker ending, where we all went, "What the fuck is that?" Do you think we see something, a weird ending? Like they've been pretty spotty with finishes lately. Do you think we see something weird like that where we all just go, why did somebody think that was a good idea? Like, what the hell happened?
I think it could happen in the Divas match.
Yeah. Okay. Yep.
Maybe Sasha Banks interferes because the crowd wants her so bad.
Yeah. I want her so bad.
Yeah. She's pretty freaking awesome.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for that 30-minute Iron Woman match with Bayley.
That's going to be a great match. Oh my God. That's going to be bananas.
Yeah.
So, all right, man. Well, that was Night of Champions. We're going to hope that all of our predictions come true because our creativity is much better than WWE's creative. So we'll see. But I'm not going to get the stuff that I said tonight, even though it'd be really cool. But anyway.
Yeah.
All right, man. Getting a 7 from me, getting an 8 from you.
Yeah.
We're going to get out of here. We're going to call it a night. Everybody enjoy Night of Champions. Thanks for checking out the show. Again, you can check us out at smarkandmark.com. Check me out on Twitter at Johnny Fashion. Follow me on there. I think I just got like 300 followers. You're over there with like 1 million, so I've got a ways to catch up.
Yeah, I don't know how many I have. I got, 800 or 900.
Yeah, at Harmon316 over there.
At Harmon316.
Yeah. Follow the Smark and Mark gang at Twitter at @SmarkandMark_PW. And again, check us out, smarkandmark.com. All your wrestling needs will be met there. Opinions, podcast, columns.
Yeah, and congratulations, LK, on your whatever you're doing for the PW Torch.
Oh yeah, yes, LK.
I haven't read it yet.
Got a good gig. So.
Oh, I'm sorry. I only have 390 followers.
Oh, see, I'm catching up. Another congratulations who we've kind of neglected lately, last couple of shows, is our buddy Greg Marston. Gregulator won the draft, I believe. I think he edged.
Yes, he edged me out.
Yeah. So big shout out to Gregulator for winning that.
And good luck to our buddy Dave Dyer.
Dave Dyer,
who's moving across country. He's going to become a Seahawks fan.
I don't think that's happening.
No, he's not.
But yeah, no. Good luck to our buddy Dave Dyer. You can all we'll give a shout out to Dave, a good buddy of the show. He's been on the show a bunch of times. You can follow him at Dave_Dyer. You can follow him on Twitter. There, he's a fantastic writer. If you are in the Seattle area and looking for a copy editor, sports writer, Dave Dyer's your man. So
yeah, and he's not afraid to piss athletes off on Twitter.
That's right. Yeah.
Extremely large athletes.
Yes. NFL athletes. All right, guys. Thanks for checking out the show. Peace out, y'all.
Bye.